in this video, I want to talk about, is this profitable? Is this business a good business to be in? Or a side hustle. I'm doing this as a side hustle. This is not my everyday job. This is just a side hustle for me. So is it something that you can make money on? So I want to talk about that. I want to give you some numbers, break down how much I pay for them, fix them, and sell them for how much I sell them. So, in which trucks I'm going to make money on, which ones I made a mistake on that I'm not going to make money on. That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. So if you are interested in that, keep watching. So here, this one right here, I bought it for $750. So the story behind this here, I bought it with that one up there. This one was for sale on Facebook Marketplace. That's a good place to look for cars or trucks for sale. Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp. I went to buy this one. When I got there, they also had this one right for sale. So I bought both of them. But let's focus on this one. This one I bought for $750 from a dealership. The dealership was closing, and so they wanted to get rid of the trucks that weren't running, and which were these two. So this one, $750, no box, no flatbed. It was like this when I bought it. It wasn't starting at all. So I thought about, there's no use for it right now, like as is right now. There's no use for it, even if it's running, because you can't carry anything with it. So, but I said, if the transmission and the engine is bad, if I can't get it running, but then, or it's not worth to get running, if it's too much to fix it, but I can still resell it for $750. Someone will want it for $750. It's a truck, or scrap it and make my money back, at least break even, right? Which is something that's not recommendable. You don't want to just break even because you are in this to make money. But on this one, since it was for sale with that one, and since I could make money on this, so I took the risk on this one. $750 I paid for towing. I paid to get it registered to my name, because this is a dealership and they had to put it on my name to be able to sell it to me. So they put it on my name, so I paid for that. In total, it was about $1,100 after towing and registering it to my name. I didn't license it. I didn't get license plates for it because I'm not going to drive it. So I got it for $1,100. When I got it here, then I started checking it. I knew that it didn't have a radiator, it didn't have a distributor cap, things like that. It wasn't starting. It didn't have a key, so I had to get a key made. I had to get a used radiator, a good used radiator. It's not leaking. Replace the water pump. Did the distributor cap. I put the truck on time because they had messed the timing of the engine, and then it started. So thankfully the engine is good, the transmission is good, it's a drivable truck, but the catalytic converters were cut out by thieves. So it was like that when I bought it. So I got new catalytic converters for it, and brake calipers also bad, and so about $1,000 in parts, $1,000 in parts, and $1,000 in my labor. So that's $2,000 plus $1,100. That's $3,100. I want to paint the cabin right here, so that it's more sellable. Not many people want it. People don't desire this truck because there's no use for it. They would have to spend more money to put a box on it, or a flatbed, or a dump. So that's a lesson learned with this one. Not many people will want a chassis truck like this, and that's the story behind this one. But I'll be about 4,000 into it after painting the cabin. So I can sell it for, I think I can sell it for 5,000. I'm already making money for my labor, and I'll make about $1,000 in profit on it. Why do I want to make a profit on top of my labor? Because I can work on cars like we're working on that one back there for a customer and make the money on my labor. I don't have to buy a truck, a car, and park my money in there like with this one right here, because it's not desirable. Not many people are inquiring about it, so it's not selling. It's going to take a while to sell it. I don't want to park my money there just to make my labor. I want to park my money there to make a profit on top of my labor. So if I just wanted to make money for my labor, then I can work on customers' cars and make that money. But with cars, that with buying and selling cars and trucks, you have to make a profit on top of your labor. It's harder to find the deals, but you won't work harder, so you'll work less and you'll make more money. And it's business is like that. You can't just break even. You have to make a profit in order for it to grow, right? So that's my mentality about buying cars and trucks. And this is a side hustle for me. This is not my full-time job, so I'm not on a hurry to buy more cars and all of that. So as I fix them, I sell them. So this one, it's almost ready. I just have to paint the cabin. So let's go with this other one. A bad deal. This was a bad deal because I was excited about this year. So that's another lesson that I've learned. I have sold cars before these right here, before I bought this one, but I was just too excited about this one. And that's mainly because I like the truck. I grew up with these trucks. Like, you know, people around me had trucks like this, and so I was excited with this truck. I just like the truck. On this one, I was just too excited about it. That was that was the problem, is that I didn't have a plan on it. I didn't look at the numbers well. I just liked it. It didn't have all this trash on it and all of that. When I saw it on Facebook Marketplace, it looked so good and all of that. But and so I went to see it. It was about an hour away from where I live, and so I went to see it at night and looked at it and was excited about it. And it was cranking, but it wasn't starting. So I thought it must be something. It could be something small. I'm a mechanic. I can figure it out. I can fix it. I didn't think that it would be a bad engine, which is the problem with this one. It's got a bad engine. So I paid $3,100 on this one right here. A lot of money on a car, on a truck that has a bad engine with 134,000 miles on it. 2004 Nissan Titan. So this one will sell for about $6,000. I know there's $3,000 cushion there, or however you want to call it, but I'm going to buy the engine. I don't want to mess with the old engine that's in it, because I don't want to try to fix it, put the time in to fix the engine, the same engine, and having another problem with the engine or things like that. But I don't want to risk it with the engine. I just want to get another used engine, a good working used engine, and put it in it, so to make it work. So that's about $2,000, including fluids and oil and gaskets and all of that. And I paid $3,100 for it. It got up to $3,500 after towing and my expenses. So $3,500 plus $2,000, that's $5,500. So you see that I'm not making money on it. If I sell it for $6,000, only $500 for my labor. I was too excited about it. That's a mistake I made. So if you want to learn something from this, or if you learn something from this video, it would be, or what I can advise from my experience is, don't be excited about something when you go to buy it. Have a plan when you buy it. You gotta have a plan. You gotta look at your numbers. How much are you going to buy the truck for, or how much are they selling for it? How much are you willing to offer for it, based on how much you are going to spend to get it fixed, and how much you are going to get for it when you have it fixed, how much it's going to sell for. And I just make those numbers with Kelley Blue Book. Like this one was for sale for $3,900, and then I looked on Kelley Blue Book that it would sell for about 6,000 to 7,000. So that if the engine wasn't bad, if it was something not so serious, then I would make money on it. So that's what I thought when I went to buy it. But I was excited about it. I didn't check other things to find out that it has a bad engine. So don't be too excited about it. Make your numbers, find out how much you're going to sell it for, find out how much you're going to put into it, or how much you're willing to put into it to get it fixed, and how much you are willing to offer for it, so that you make money for your time when you fix the truck, or when you give it to someone or a mechanic to fix it. If you're not a mechanic, how much you are going to spend there, and so then that gives you the number of how much you have to offer for it, like the minimum and the maximum you can offer for it. Just well, I didn't know that it had a bad engine, so I'm losing money on this one. Let's go with this other one right here. So you're getting the idea of what I'm talking about. This one right here I bought for $1,000. This one I think is going to sell for about $4,000 to $5,000, maybe $4,000, because it has the main reason why I bought it is because it has a remanufactured engine in it. And the reason why they sold it, they didn't tell me. The person that sold it to me didn't tell me that it had a bad transmission. The engine had a broken crankshaft pulley, so the serpentine belt wasn't on it, so it wouldn't start because the battery was dead. So I couldn't drive it, and so but I used those things to get it down to $1,000, because he wanted more than $2,000 on it. I don't remember well now. It's been a little while since I bought it, but I got him down to $1,000 on it because I couldn't sell it to test drive it to make sure that the transmission and the engine is good. If I could drive it, I can test drive it, make sure that the engine is good, make sure that the transmission is good, and if it has other details, then that's okay. I can fix those things, but mainly the engine and the transmission has to be okay, or the differential, which is also expensive to fix. So that would have been ideal if I could drive it, but since I couldn't drive it, I couldn't take the risk of buying it for $2,000 and having a bad engine or transmission. So and it couldn't start because the battery wasn't charged. He tried to charge it, tried to get it started, but he couldn't get it charged because the battery was too dead. So I used that to get it down to $1,000, and sure enough, the transmission is bad. So I bought it for $1,000. I towed it for $250. That's that's $1,250. So I think I'm going to look online for a transmission for this one. If I can find one that's used for like $1,500, then that would be $2,600. $1,000 for my labor. I have to make money on my labor, so $3,600. If I sell it for $4,500, then I'll have that profit of $1,000. I'm always shooting for $1,000 or more profit on each car or truck. So those are my numbers on this truck right here. As I said before, if I just make my labor on the cars that I buy, or the trucks that I buy, then it's not worth it, because I don't want to park my money in something that I'm going to take a risk on, to lose money on it, like taking a risk of it taking more money to fix than I'm going to get for it. So it's always a risk, but I'm willing to take the risk if I'm going to make a profit on top of my labor. So if I just wanted to make to work, then I can work on people's cars and get paid for my labor, and that's it. And no risk on buying and selling cars or trucks, and space where to park them, you see. And so, but if I make a profit on top of it, then that's worth it. So I hope you learn from this. If you are a mechanic, then you know you'll fix it, but make sure that you make money for your labor and a profit on top of that. And if you're not a mechanic, you can also do this, but you have to factor in the cost of how much it's going to cost, because you have to hire a mechanic to fix the car or the truck. But if you're factoring all of those things in before you buy the truck, or before you go to see it to make an offer, you have to have a plan with that. It's simple. It's like I said before, just a simple breakdown of how much are they asking for it, and how much can you sell it for, and so how much are you going to spend to get it fixed in the worst case scenario. And then you come up with how much your maximum and the minimum is to offer for it. So start from the minimum and start negotiating to get up to your maximum. So how much the maximum you can offer for it. If they are not willing to come down to your maximum, or less than your maximum, then just don't buy it, because you're not going to make money on it. So that's having a plan before you go to see the car and truck. That's it. I'll make more videos about this, so subscribe to my channel if you want to learn more about this. I know my videos are not scripted, so it's all over the place as it comes to mind, but I'll get better with it. But if you're interested in more videos like this, hit the like button, subscribe to this channel, and let me know in the comments if you want more videos like this. Then I'll make more videos like this. All right, have a good day.